Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. In this video today we are talking Game Bub. Why are we talking Game Bub? Well, the Game Bub is an upcoming open source FPGA gaming handheld, and the beauty is it's open source and it's a horizontal form factor. I absolutely love the Unlock Pocket. I play it almost daily, but some games that require a lot of dexterity, when I play them for long periods of time, I get hand cramps. That's just the nature of playing on something that's vertical. When you've got something that's horizontal, it's a lot more comfortable. So it's definitely something I am so looking forward to. Out of the box, it's planned to come, or it will be coming, with a Game Boy and Game Boy Color core, as well as a Game Boy Advance core. But because it's completely open source, we can expect more cores. In fact, I know FPGA core developers that have backed this project. The crowdfunding goal was very successful and it smashed its target. But there's a little bit of bad news. However, with the bad news, there is some silver lining. So it has been delayed, but because it's been delayed, some of the stuff is going to get changed and some of the stuff is going to get improved. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to look at the project page, the initial project page, ever so slightly. In fact, let's just go over to that right now. And when we have a look at that, we're going to look at the update that was provided for December from Eli, the main developer, and after that we'll look at a bridge version over on Metal Game Solid. We're just going over the key points that are mentioned in this update from the developer. So here we can see the Game Bub, very nice looking. Put your gadgets in there, play it. Not only can you play your cartridges on there, but it does support loading from SD cards. So essentially you could have your entire collection on there, but you can have some cartridges on there if that's how you like playing. I have cartridges in my Analog Pocket units, but they're more for vanity reasons. So when I play it on the train, people can see my cool cartridge in there. So this is, again, is something I'm really looking forward to. But heading over to the latest update, actually before I do that, just going down here, Apotris, very good game. So you can see a little bit more about it. It's got link support, so you can link it with another Game Bub or another Game Boy unit. You can get a dock with it as well, which means you can dock it like the Unlock Pocket with a display and play it well on a large screen. I've personally backed a Game Bub unit as well as a dock. The dock for me is something that I want to use it for capturing so I can do videos for you guys. Right, let's go over to this. So this is the update that we got, December manufacturing progress report. If you're into the Game Bub, especially if you've ordered one, read this because it gives you some really good, it gives you some really good information. So even though there's a delay that's gone from February to May, you're thinking, okay, you know what, there's some improvements that are going to be made here, and there's something that got discovered that would have made this a below par product. So it's good that this stuff gets found out before, even if it means delays. And if I've learned one thing since covering FPGA and retro gaming, is delays are almost inevitable. Honestly, there's very little projects that actually come out on time. Delays just seem a big part of it. But this, yeah, definitely read this article. There's a lot in here. If you want to back it, you can still back it, even though we backed it at $249 during the campaign. Once the campaign ended, you can back it, and I think the price is at the top of this page at, I think, $269 now. It's up to you if you want to get it. All this stuff is subjective. It depends on your needs. You could have original Game Boys, maybe that does it for you. Maybe you're happy with the Unlock Pocket, or maybe you are waiting for a MiSTer FPGA handheld. Completely up to you. I definitely like this. I definitely back this. That's a case of I put my money where my mouth is. So having a look at this article over on Metal Game Solid, is just in a bridge version of it. So some of the updates in that update, or some of the information in the update, is just over here. So new delivery estimate: shipping has been delayed from February 2026 to May 2026. Production volume: following a successful campaign, over 1,000 Game Bubs and approximately 500 docks are scheduled for production. Also, this delay allows the holiday buffer. A new timeline includes a buffer for expected slowdowns during upcoming holidays, which is Christmas, New Year's, and the Lunar New Year. So some display changes. This was probably one of the biggest things in the update. Initial issues: the original LCDs had significant color calibration issues and non-square pixel pitch, which caused the image to appear slightly stretched horizontally. The manufacturer was unable to provide necessary support or calibration data. So there you go, that means new screen, new component. A new display has been selected that offers improved color reproduction and square pixel pitch. And if you look at the main post over on Crowd Supply, they tell you that they actually tried a whole bunch of screens that they got as samples to try out and picking the best one. What's really cool here is VRR, a variable refresh rate. The The new screen supports a variable refresh rate, 60 Hz, but you can plus or minus 10% with that, allowing the device to match the non-standard refresh rates of retro consoles, e.g. Game Boy at 59.73 Hz without stutter or tearing. That's really, really good, especially if we start getting arcade cores where some of those arcade cores had some weird monitors with it or had some like weird screens with it and the frequencies were a little bit weird. So that'd be really, really cool. Will be nice to see what can be done with that once it's actually out. So impact testing and integrating the new display required an additional round of prototyping, contributing to the shipping delay. Okay, so I appreciate the transparency there, Eli. Enclosure manufacturing, design updates. The switch to a new display module required changes to the enclosure's dimensions. Process, the team is using injection molding for mass production. Guys, we all know injection molding is better than 3D printing. It lasts longer, it feels better, it feels like a professional product. So yeah, really, really cool there. Engineering support, a specialist mechanical engineer has been hired to refine the internal design for manufacturability, ensuring the molds work correctly and reduce the risk of defects later. And software and hardware improvements. Software, the delay provides extra time to fix game bugs and improve system stability while the mechanical design is finalized. Hardware, the additional prototyping round allows the team to implement hardware improvements that could not be finished in the time for the original campaign. So guys, quite transparent there. Always remember guys, I've backed this project because I genuinely believe in this, but whenever you're backing a project, always do your due diligence, and there's always a risk. Even though I don't think there's a risk, there's always a risk that something could go wrong and you could potentially lose your money. I just want to put that out there. I am happy with this project. I've even had the main developer of this, Eli, over on the channel for an interview, which I thoroughly enjoyed. They answered every question. They didn't duck out of anything. So yes, delays can be inevitable. I get that. I'm so looking forward to this. So guys, that's it. With this, I bid you farewell. Let me know what you think of the Game Bub. Did you back it? You know, are you gonna back it now? What do you think about the delays? That's something that you're upset with, or do you accept that delays happen and hopefully it will bring improvements? I, for one, am definitely happy with the new screen with the variable refresh rate, because it just means if we get those tricky arcade systems, they hopefully will sync really, really nicely with it. But that's it guys. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, subscription, all that good stuff. Be freaking awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.